Hi, my name is Nia Agwe, and this is my freedom story. Growing up in an African home, but going outside and being in an American environment, and just having that duality and living those experiences because the cultures were completely different. Growing up in a household where culturally it just seemed like your career choice was a really huge part of your identity. And me being an artist, which was like controversial in our culture, and then also recognizing that my dad did not like it, and yet still walking in that path, right? Knowing that my dad did not approve of my career choice of being a fashion designer, and then graduating, being a fashion designer, and then nothing. So I think that low point of what am I doing? Where am I going? I have this degree and nothing seems to be moving to the next level, really pushed my relationship with God, because I was in this space of like, okay, so who am I? Like, what am I supposed to do? I've attached my identity so much to my career. Now the career isn't moving, so what, like, who am I? One of the things that Union College gifted us with was attendance to the Freedom Conference. Because honestly, before, like when they had announced it, I was like, I'm a Christian. I don't need freedom for anything. What do I need freedom from? And I came and wrecked. What happened to me in Freedom Conference was the awareness that the offense that I held on with my parents, held on to because of that relationship, spiraled into so many other things. It spiraled into pride. It spiraled into not being pure. It spiraled into anger. It literally was the root to so much. There was a part of the Freedom Conference where there was a section about, forgiving your parents. Two members actually stood up representing parents who, probably were not there or weren't in a space to say, hey, can you forgive me? That, tears rolling down my eyes. The Holy Spirit was ministering to me that, I actually need you to say it verbally. You need to actually say it verbally to your parents. It was the second Freedom Conference, the last one. After I went straight home, I prayed, I got up the courage, I called them on WhatsApp, and I told them about the freedom experience, and with tears streaming down my eyes, because I felt like they wouldn't understand what I was even forgiving them for. And lo and behold, that conversation also led to me saying, hey, do you forgive me? Because I learned in that situation that it's a two-way street. I held on to the offense that, yes, they, was worked through them, but at the same time, me holding on to it also fractured our relationship. So there was also a learning of me asking for forgiveness from someone else. It was like our family just turned. We were able to have conversations that we never had before. I started to feel like my parents were actually a safe space, and our family just developed in another level. Through the Freedom Conference, I was like, wow, this offense that I've held onto has built into unforgiveness. And I'm seeing that I can't get to the next level with my relationship with God. This chase, right, of finding out who I am, finding out what I'm here to do. I can't see that next level because I'm still holding on to this. So that was really just the start of just being aware of that opened up so many doors, and the Freedom Conference just allowing me to unpack it really gave the space of, I think I know what I need to do next. When I experienced this and going to Union College and hearing that, when you have been given freedom, you should also freely give, it hit me like I should do a connect group about this. And one of my reservations was wow, this is so personal. It can be such a huge, a deep experience. Would anybody even come? It was a really beautiful experience to just be a part of something bigger, to know that my story, as personal as it was, just sharing it and allowing other people to kind of walk through that experience, knowing that now this is something I've overcome. We grow up wanting to please our parents. We grow up wanting to make them happy. And I'm not gonna lie, there is definitely going to be a space where, because you're walking in God's path for you and not your parents' path for you or anyone else's path, there's gonna be that tension. Freedom comes when I can go to bed at night and I know, hey, you have my back. Your life is not being pulled by what someone else says and what someone else deems that you should do, but you're walking because you're in alignment with understanding what your gifts are, understanding who you are, unraveling all these things about you, and you're at a place where like, oh wow, I'm actually walking in my calling. I'm not walking in people's expectations of me. I'm not walking in what they said I should walk in, and the title and the labels. I'm actually becoming who God has created me to be. That's freedom, yeah.